Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a while since I've been on the channel. So today we're gonna do a new series called Go. It's a kind of travel vloggy type thing, except it's not a vlog. It's like a
Podcast.
more of a podcast type situation. Like we're gonna like take pictures, record some videos, but not of ourselves. It's just gonna be like just ourselves at the locations. We're not gonna be like a vlogger because I don't really like those. Like, it's just too much work to be like recording yourself with like a selfie stick and like going everywhere recording yourself. It's just too much work. So
Plus, it's weird.
like the amount of weird, strange looks that you'd get, it's just not worth it. Alright, so this is the way we're gonna do it. If we go travel anywhere interesting, we're gonna be recording like a video for you guys, and share the pictures and photos and like the times that we had, and maybe give some like travel advice if you guys are planning to head over. So this is Disneyland. Well, this isn't the Disneyland. This is LAX Airport, but this is LAX Airport on our way over to Orlando, Florida, where Walt Disney World is located. So I think that's the biggest Disneyland like anywhere. I don't know if there's a Walt Disney World anywhere else, but Florida is the only one that I know of. And this summer, our family went over there on a trip. So we took the little bus taxi. What is it called?
Bus.
It's called a bus. Thank you for that information. Anyway, we parked like at a separate like parking lot that has a daily fee. We stayed there for like 5 days, and we have to pay a daily fee per day. And then from there we took a bus over to LAX, and then we got our tickets and headed over. Started flying to Orlando, Florida. That's me, and I actually bought new clothes just for the trip.
You also dyed your hair.
I did I dyed my hair just before I left. Right now it's like
Pink.
all faded out and it's like pink right now. Actually, you know these sunglasses? I lost these sunglasses like 2 times.
Yeah.
On the trip. I also lost a bunch of things. I lost this sunglass, and then I lent my mom a pair of sunglasses, and then since I lost these ones, I borrowed hers. Well, mine that I lent to her, and I lost those. And then I lost my hard drive on the plane, and I think that's it. What else did we lose? Is that it?
And
I remember losing a
that
lot more than that.
That's sunglasses.
Yeah, this pair and the pair that I lent mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, Dana is his own sunglasses that he had, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I also lost 2 power banks.
And mom lost her wristband.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of things.
Yeah. But then the good thing is, after the trip, like, we called Lost and Found, and it's a good thing that like we can trust in humanity, because we eventually found all our stuff back in the Lost and Found. Most of our stuff. We had a few casualties. The wristband was one of them. The magic wristband. When you do like the hotel, if you do like a resort package, you get like these wristbands, and you can personalize them. And pretty much like for the whole trip, you just scan this wristband and you just go in. This is your hotel room key. This is your admission to the parks, all 4 parks. There's 4 parks, by the way, if you guys didn't know. There's Magic Kingdom, there's Hollywood, there's Animal Kingdom, and there's Epcot, and so there's 4. And this is your ticket to all 4 of the parks. This is your, if you have the dining pass, this is your payment.
Ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, payment for dinner and lunch. And this is also your payment for anything else. Like, you store your credit card information in this band, and then you just scan it and you pay for everything. So like, this is like your lifeline over there. If you lose this, then well, you're screwed for the parks. Anyway, my mom lost hers on the last day, so that was fine.
Yeah.
But then this is also kind of a good souvenir to keep. Mine doesn't have the little ring in the middle because I'm kind of paranoid about, tracking. Tinfoil type thing. Yeah. And Joseph recorded our flight on our over there.
At first, I thought we were gonna do like a vlog. We originally thought we were originally gonna do like a vlogging thing. But we switched to a podcast. So.
Yeah, I didn't when we first started, I never planned on doing like a vloggy thing because again, it's just too much work.
Yeah.
And it takes all the fun out of like being on a trip if you're vlogging the whole time. In my opinion, I feel like it's probably gonna be like that. Like if you're trying to like record a YouTube video when you're on vacation and you're always constantly thinking about like, oh, what would be good for the YouTube video, and you're like vlogging yourself doing everything.
Yeah.
It just takes the fun out of the trip. So I think it was better that we did it this way. Recording it like just recording stuff that we would have recorded anyway, and then sharing our experience that way.
Yeah.
So I think this is much better for us. Even if we do get like more what is that face you made? You're so excited because this is your first time on a plane.
Oh yeah.
So like, you were so excited with the takeoff. Let's go back to the face there. And this is during the trip. This is during the flight. So yeah. What was I talking about?
How many times did you have to yawn in order to like get that pop out of your ear?
Oh.
I yawned so much on the plane. Not because I was sleeping or anything, because like I wanted to get that popping sound out of my ear.
I can pop my ears without yawning. Like I can like flex my ear muscles. Sounds weird, but I can do it to pop my ears without like yawning or anything. This is funny. So Joseph was sleeping and he had his mask on, and for some reason he put the glasses on top of it. and then
There's no place to put the glasses.
Why did you zip yourself up like an Eskimo? I don't understand. Like, just the mask would have sufficed, but then you put your glasses on top and you like zipped it up like an Eskimo, and you tied it up. That was like super funny. And this is our flight landing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we're landing. Finally arrived in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
After like a
How long was that flight?
4-hour flight. I think
4 hours?
Yeah, it was about 4 hours from California to Orlando.
It was only 4 hours?
Yeah.
I felt like that was like 9 or 10.
No, it was like 4 or 5 hours. Right before I went on this trip, like literally 2 days before this trip, I had just gotten back from a month-long trip from Korea. So like, I did a lot of traveling this past couple months. Even now, I'm still like super tired from it. Yeah, so this flight was nothing compared to the like 13, 14-hour flight to Korea. the the plane for Korea is much better too.
Yeah, you talked about this.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like there's a lot more room. They have like much better entertainment. They give you slippers and they give you like a blanket, and like the food service is much better.
What did they do?
Huh?
What did they do for entertainment?
Like for the JetBlue, we went on JetBlue, but they have like these TVs on top that are touchscreen, and then like they have games on it. They have like a selection of different movies, and since we were on a Korean flight, they have like a bunch of K-pop songs on there too, so you can listen to K-pop, like the latest K-pop too. And they even have like a USB port where you can plug in your USB and you can watch your videos from there.
We so needed that on that plane.
Except I crashed one of theirs.
Crashed?
Yeah, I crashed one of their systems because my hard drive had just too much stuff on it. It had like 600-700 gigs worth of like videos on it because it was a terabyte drive. But then I plugged it in and it just took so long trying to read it. Like it just crashed. It never finished, and I just plugged it out and it just stayed crashed, which was annoying because like if it was still working, you can dim it. So like if you're sleeping, the light doesn't bother you. But then since I crashed it, like it was just bright in my face the whole time, and it was annoying. And I got out of there as soon as I could. Yeah, but yeah, the Korean Asiana airline was so much better, which makes sense because it's a 13-hour flight compared to a 4-hour flight. But even still, I was so surprised when I got on a JetBlue flight because I thought it'd be much better, but it wasn't. The benefit of this though, the JetBlue is Asiana Air doesn't have Wi-Fi built into the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but JetBlue has Wi-Fi in the plane. So you can connect to their Wi-Fi, and they use a satellite Wi-Fi, which is much faster apparently, but it doesn't feel that much faster to me. Yeah, but then the Asiana airline doesn't have Wi-Fi, so. But they have plenty of like entertainment, so you don't get bored at all, even without Wi-Fi.
Must have been fun.
So we finally arrived at Orlando, and this is out of order.
Shuttle bus.
But then you have us getting into the bus in the next slide. Why did you do this out of order?
No. That was inside the airport.
No, this is from.
No, remember the thing? Remember the box that looked like an Instagram thing?
Hmm?
Instagram like picture, Instagram like logo. It had lights at the purple pink lights at the front.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was like a subway thing inside the plane. Remember that we rode?
A subway thing.
Or like. It was like remember the thing we rode?
The thing?
After we got out of the plane?
The thing?
The little bus that we took, that we rode inside the plane. When we got out.
Oh.
Yeah, that's this.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh. So he's talking about like inside of the airport, there's like a little transportation thing within the airport, and I think that's what this is. It's not the bus from the airport to our hotel. And this is the bus, and we're getting in the bus.
Yeah. Oh, I walk so weird. It's because no. It's because the suitcase is so heavy that like my hands felt like it was gonna pop out.
What? And this is inside the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long trip. That was a long first.
Huh?
That was a long plane, right?
It wasn't. It was super short.
It felt like an hour.
Go from LA to Seoul, Korea, then you'll know how short the JetBlue flight was. 4 hours is nothing. And then finally, the first place that we went was Magic Kingdom. And as soon as we got off of the bus, we just gave all of our luggage over to like this person.
Resort.
Yeah, we went in. We got. We actually have pictures. Do you remember those pictures that we took with like the frames? And I was gonna add those in, but I forgot. But
The frames?
yeah, remember there was like a photo frame, and then like we held it up to our face, and Dad took a picture.
Oh, where was that?
It's somewhere in there. I forgot to add it in. Anyway, but that was supposed to explain that we were staying at the All-Star Sports Resort. There's like a bunch of different resorts, from like high tier to the lower tier. We stayed at a lower tier one because the point is to visit the parks, not to stay at the hotel. So we went for like one of the cheaper options, All-Star Resorts, All-Star Sports. But it was actually like a really cool hotel compared to like a normal somewhere else hotel. They had like the stairs had like this huge football helmet like encasing the stairs, and like there was like a football on the side with a spiral staircase in it, and like there's 2 hotel buildings, right? 2 resort buildings like side to side, and then in the middle there's like a football field, an actual football field, and then like the handrails on the balcony of each floor of the hotel was like an audience. They had like plastic like audience like things on the railing, so it looked like a football field with audience like looking at you. It was really well designed. Anyway, we dropped all our stuff there, and then we got on the next bus like immediately straight to Magic Kingdom. So we were actually pretty tired already at that point, heading into Magic Kingdom. So this was kind of like a really tiring experience. We played the hardest. In Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we overdid it the first day.
The first day we seriously overdid it. Everybody's absolutely tired. And this was July 4th, Independence Day. So they had like extra magic, what they called extra magic hours. And they extended it. Normally the park closes I think at 9 or something, 9 or 10. But then they stayed open till like 2 a.m. And we stayed until like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, about.
Yeah, and then it was absolutely tiring, and I was so tired by the end of that day. Yeah, and we ate as soon as we got there. We ate at the launching pad. So
the place was absolutely hot when we went there, and we thought that like it was gonna be like LA and it was gonna be cold and everything.
Yeah.
So we packed like heavy clothes. But once we got there, it was a mistake to bring those clothes. I was sweating like crazy.
Yeah, he had like this what do you call it?
I basically had that thing in the second photo.
Huh?
If you flip to the second photo.
Second photo?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, this thing, like this winter jacket. He had this winter jacket on, and I had this like big coat thing on. And like it was like 100-degree plus when we went there. It was like burning. It's absolutely crazy weather over there.
Yeah. After we ate, we actually had to. It was so hot that like we had to buy shorts and
yeah, we spent like
top.
$100 just on buying 151K's like shorts and like a tank top. And that's like all he wore for the rest of the trip. But like I got my swagger, so I stayed in my clothes.
Oh no.
So. So anyway, we were eating at the lunching pad, and everybody was miserable because like of how hot it was, and nobody expected it to be this hot. So like we were in the wrong attire for the whole trip. For the first day anyway. The next day was better because we were more prepared for that, but. It was just horrible how hot it was and how unprepared for the heat we were. So, and also, there's something called the diner plan. The dinner plan at Magic Kingdom. It comes in a package, And every day you get something called quick service. Quick service is like fast food type, like these types you order, stand up and order, and you go find somewhere to sit. And one table service, which is like an actual restaurant, and people come to take your order. So there's a table service and quick service. You get one quick service and one table service per day, and you also get 2 snacks per day per person. So this was one of our quick service locations that we went, the launching pad. Like we didn't even like. I think I had somewhere better in mind for the lunch to eat, right? But then we were just so hungry and we were just so tired that the first place that we went, we just sat down, and it was just like hot dogs.
It was decent hot dogs. Like
they were like these really tiny little hot dogs. It was a sad lunch.
Was it as good as Costco's hot dogs?
Of course not.
No, you don't think so?
No, not even. It was like these little tiny little hot dogs that were like way overpriced if we didn't have that.
Costco's hot dogs are pretty big.
Yeah, they're huge. And like the ones that they had here were like really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was not worth it at all. Launching pad. Find somewhere better. Find somewhere indoors if you do any quick service, because there's plenty of places that do indoor quick service and like that are much better than this. So we went there, and the first attraction that we went was Stitch's Great Escape. Huh?
You should zoom in.
Like bad resolution. We should have picked a bigger photo, but
yeah.
We actually didn't take any photos for the Stitch thing, so we just found like a random photo online. But we went to Stitch's Great Escape, which is like a 4D type experience. Can I call it 4D or like 5D?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, but you go in and you sit down in like a space shuttle type thing, right?
Yeah.
And then in the center, you see like a animatron of Lilo. No, this is Stitch. Is this Lilo or Stitch?
I think Lilo. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's Stitch because Stitch. But Stitch, he's in the big. I'm like blanking on my speech. The big space pod in the middle, in the center of the room, and then the lights turn off, like, and so it's pitch black, and like you hear on the speakers like Stitch moving around across the room. People like screaming because they hear stuff.
I had my feet off because I thought it was gonna be like one of those mummy rides from Universal Studios.
Yeah, and like
So
they do like the little fluffy things across your legs if there's like a spider crawling by or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like people are screaming because if you hear on the speaker, if you hear like Lilo or Stitch burping, then you smell it. And then like when he is like a big animatron, if like if he's spitting at you, then like you feel like the water spraying at you. So people were, I guess, scared of that. If you're scared of the dark, then it might be kind of scary, but it's generally just not scary at all. But it's still pretty fun, I think. Yeah. It's a good attraction, I think, that we went. A good thing that we went.
Yeah.
So that's just Great Escape. Can't go to the next one for some reason. There we go. Next one was the Laugh Floor. So this is super cheesy.
I don't like it.
But basically what it is there's actual actors. Most of it is scripted. Actually most of it is scripted.
Yeah.
By pre-recorded from the actual like voices for Mikey and all the other guys. But there's actually comedians like behind the curtain acting as animated characters that you see on screen, and they tell like what do you call it, slapstick jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Like knee slap jokes, like really cheesy, corny ones.
Yeah.
But then what's fun is that they interact with the audience. So like if you get lucky enough to be shown on the big screen, like they incorporate you into their jokes. So like they'll be talking, and then like they'll be like that guy, and then like it'll show the guy on screen, which is really fun. And like one guy, like it was like it showed him on the screen, and then the subtext read "feels like dancing," right? So he got up and he started dancing, and like music started playing. It was really cool. Like most of the people that were on there were pretty enthusiastic about participating. So I think it was still pretty fun. It was super cheesy and super corny, but it was still fun. Before you go into the lab floor, they actually have you text your jokes to them, and they pick right before they do the show. They pick like the best jokes that they find that they receive, and then they tell those jokes. So you might have your own joke told in the
Weren't you gonna send like a dark, like a violent humorous joke?
Yeah. it was kind of violent, I guess, because it incorporates a gun. But then basically what it is I was gonna send this one, I think pretty popular joke. I think most people know this joke, but basically what it is a guy walks into the bar, and he asks for water. The bartender pulls out a gun, and he points it right at the guy's head. The guy says thank you and leaves. Why? And it's because he has hiccups. Since he has the hiccups, he got scared by the gun. So the hiccups went away. He said thank you and he left. But I couldn't send that because when you text it, you have to have like code texting enabled. Like if you send it to like 4006, then you have to be able to send that. Apparently that's a service that you have to actually like subscribe to or something. So I couldn't send it in. But this was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We made a bet. I'm not gonna zoom in because it didn't work last time. But hopefully, can you see that? You can't see that, can you?
No, I can't see it.
Is that better? Okay. So this is a fun one. So you go in and it's like a slow ride. Slow ride, but you have a gun attached to your car, right? And there's like a little handle that you can spin it. So like your whole car is like spinning around based on like how you turn your joystick, and you fire at targets, little red targets, and there's like a little point scoreboard. If you hit that target, your points go up. So like you compete against your friends to see who gets the biggest score, see who gets the best score. So it's a really fun one. So like you see like these animatrons like moving around, and you have to try to like mash it and hit them. Apparently they have this at our Disneyland in Cali as well. Do you know?
No. Oh yeah, I've seen that one, but I don't think I've ridden in it.
I'm not familiar with what's at the local Disneyland versus what's in Orlando, because I actually don't go to Disneyland much at all, because it's just so expensive to go. So I don't know if they have this locally or not, but it's pretty fun, even to go. I'd recommend going places that aren't local to like your local Disneyland, but yeah.
This one was like, it was really hard to play because like it was hard to see like which light or laser was yours.
Yeah, there's so many lasers. Like, so there's like a little actual like red laser that you're firing, like those laser pens.
And you don't even see like when it comes out of the laser, like you only see like when it like actually hits the board.
Yeah. Because how would you show that?
Huh?
How would you show the laser? You can't show the laser because it's actual light.
The pointers. You can see the actual.
No, you can't. If you have a laser pointer and you're pointing at something, you can't see the light going through it. You can only see the dot on the wall.
Oh, there's some strong ones that you can see.
No.
Yeah.
Like, so you have like a laser that looks like a lightsaber. Like it's a solid light. It's like a laser pointer attached to the end of your gun, right? So then you click the button, the laser shows up. If it hits the target, then you get points. So it's pretty fun. I think it was really fun. This is funny. If you take a look, this is my dad on the side. You can tell how tired all of us are.
You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
Look at his face. And look at my face. Like, it was still fun, but then just the resting expression on our faces are just so
They're
depressing.
so tired. Yeah.
Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. You just look so. Like, why am I here? You guys look like you're having pretty fun now.
Yeah.
That's Mom's side.
You have saved our lives.
That's
We
what
are
the
eternally
actual
grateful.
thing looks like.
What?
No, I'm saying that's what the gun looks like.
This?
Hmm?
You talking about this?
No. The on the right. That's what the gun looks
Oh
like.
yeah, this is the gun, and like a little laser point shoots out of the center of this gun,
Yeah.
and you have to match the targets. It's pretty fun. So by this point, it was getting kind of dark because
Oh, by the way, we made a bet on who could win, who got the most points.
yeah,
I won.
I was actually focusing on trying to get the most points, and Joseph was like literally just tapping the button. But then he still got the most points. I don't get it. And so did Mom. Like, those two got the most points. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was just because of look how depressed we are. You guys look like you're actually trying. Yeah, and the winner has to buy the other person $10 or less game on. So by this time it was getting pretty dark. So we were heading over to where were we? We were heading over. Yeah, to Small World. We were heading over to Small World, and that was gonna be almost the last ride that we were gonna ride for the kid, because Mom and Dad were so tired out.
Yeah.
By that time, and I was pretty tired too. I could only, if I was that tired, I could only imagine how tired they were.
Yeah.
So when we were walking over, we luckily got pretty decent seats for the parade. We saw like a couple of people sitting down waiting for something. We assumed it was a parade, so we sat down too.
I was half asleep on this one.
On this?
Yeah.
Oh
Was
yeah.
it? I was basically sleeping.
Yeah. It was a pretty interesting parade, I think. These aren't actual photos that we took, if you guys couldn't
Yeah.
tell. These photos come with a photo pass. Oh, they actually have this dragon that breathes fire as part of the parade. I don't have footage of the dragon actually breathing fire, because like I missed it. Breathes fire at like intervals, and I wasn't able to catch like that specific timing that he breathed fire. But I think that dragon was like the coolest one in the parade. And there's a dragon. This is an actual photo of us that we took. You can see the quality difference. Frozen, that was added pretty recently. It's like huge now.
Yeah.
In well, not anymore, but it's still like considered as a classic Disney thing, I guess now.
Yeah.
So
There
this
was
is the actual
there was
parade.
one guy just right in the middle of like the aisle, standing up.
That was blocking the.
Made me so mad.
We were staring at his butt the whole time. There's the Frozen float. What characters were these guys? What characters are these guys? The dark-skinned people? I say that very carefully. Huh?
Oh, he's from Frozen.
From Frozen?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The knight. Right? I think so.
I don't know. And this is something too. I don't know what this is.
The dragons, how to train dragon thing, I think.
How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we have the big old dragon somewhere. There's Ariel.
Yeah.
There's the dragon. So this thing breathes fire, but I didn't catch it.
I don't know. It breathes fire.
It does breathe fire. Like you'll see the smoke here in just a second. It breathes fire right off camera. Do you see the smoke there? Right there. Do you see the smoke?
Oh, I do.
It just finished breathing fire. So right there. The smoke right there from the fire. And then Snow White. And the dwarves. Huge dwarves.
Yeah.
And then finally, after the parade, we arrived at It's a Small World, which was the last attraction of the day for Mom and Dad. Oh, no. There was one more thing. But wait time was... That's 50, right? Not 5? Because we waited quite a while. That's not 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we were standing there in line. In the back, they have this thing where they have an actual restaurant next door, and they have signs. And like one of them is like sing It's a Small World. One is like one of them is clap, and one of them like something else. And, like people in line were like clapping for some reason, and then I got closer and closer and I figured out that's why. And this is actually inside of the ride. We were looking for Korea inside of It's a Small World, and like
I think we found it, right?
we did, but it was like the tiniest section,
Yeah, I know.
tiniest and most sad section ever. Like a tiny little section of Korea. So depressing. And they don't even have Korean in the thing.
Yeah.
As we exit, there's like signs of goodbye in
How magical.
many different
Disney.
languages.
How magical.
And the final thing of the day for Mom and Dad before we split up, they went over to the
Sawyer's
hotel, and then we stayed at Magic Kingdom, but it was Tom Sawyer's Island, and they have this ferry that goes around this Tom Sawyer's Island, and comes back. So we took a little boat ride around the park, around this little island thing, and it's supposed to like show parts of the book. And this is a little Indian village.
He thought the people were real.
I actually thought there were actual actors here.
You have to be paid so much to do that.
And then I stuck to my story when they corrected me, and I realized I was still wrong. I stuck to my story and said they're real people. They just stand really still. You take the worst photos. That wasn't on purpose, was it?
No.
So this is after we split up. Mom and Dad went home because we were just wiped out.
Tired. Yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty wiped out too at this point, but I wanted to stay and, explore a bit more. So. And it was 4th of July, so I imagine they had some sort of special event going on.
No, yeah. I think we knew that they were having a special event, and then we stayed because of that. And we had we still had to use our dinners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dinner passes. We didn't want to waste money.
Yeah. If you do go with the dining package, though, you have to make sure that you're timing and you're planning out your dinner passes. There's certain things that cost 2 passes. So you normally get one table service per day, but there are certain like really fancy restaurants that have like $50 plus per entree, and like the tip alone is like what, like 30 40 bucks. I think it was like 40 bucks. The tip alone is like 40 bucks ish. And those cost 2 table services, and we didn't know. So then we were screwed by the time the last day come. We were kind of screwed.
The one that we went to the tip cost the 50.
Not for this day.
No, yeah.
The next day, yeah.
The one that we're
Yeah.
no.
The next day it costed 2 table service, and we'll get to that. But at the time we didn't know, so it was like, wow, this is awesome for for the table service plan, for dining service. So first attraction we went to was Haunted Mansion. This was funny because he was so scared of this. So basically, what this is like, it's like a slow ride, and then it's really dark, and like there's animatronic ghosts everywhere and stuff like that. But Joseph was so scared. he held my hand and arm like so tightly, and like his shoulder was literally right up against mine. Like it was really funny.
You know what? I like to deny.
You were so scared, and like right in front there was like a 5-year-old like bravely like that's cool.
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that bad.
And we took a photo in front of the Disney the Kingdom.
You look so happy. I'm like just absolutely dead.
So this is where we ate Diamond Horseshoe. Really
So
good food.
So
Yeah,
good.
it was really good. Highly recommend this place if you guys are going. So it's like a Western style food. They have
Think they were supposed to be
all
like
the
a
classic
dinner and a
cowboy
show, right?
stuff, huh?
There was supposed to be like a dinner and a show, right?
I don't think
But
so.
like,
No.
no. When we looked at the YouTube videos after the.
I think that was a
thing.
different place. I don't think there's
Oh.
normally a show here.
Oh, okay.
So this is a salad. Not the best salad actually. It was
Yeah,
really
it was weirdly spicy.
yeah. It was strangely spicy. Except you acted like it was delicious. The cornbread though.
Oh,
Cornbread
that
though
really
was
good. That was really
was
good.
awesome.
They added honey with the butter.
yeah. Yeah. The butter has like in the middle of like 2 layers of butter, there's like a layer of honey. It's like when you take a knife full of the butter, you also get honey in the middle of it. It's really good. This piano plays itself. Like there's a song coming on the PA speakers, and the piano is like playing along to it, and like the keys are playing on its own. It's pretty cool. Cornbread, really good. I don't know if you can see the honey, but it's really good. Classic cowboy, ranch type food. Sloppy Joe? No. Pulled pork. And then this is something else. And then this is something else. And there's chicken in the back.
Ribs.
Yeah.
Chicken.
It's really, really good. The meat came off the bones like super smoothly.
Yeah, that was really good.
You barely tapped the meat and it just fell off the bones. It was really, really good. Everything on this plate was really, except the chicken was kind of weird to me.
Really? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty juicy.
Well, to me it was kind of weird. Mac and cheese wasn't the best.
Yeah, I didn't like the mac and cheese. Corn was pretty good.
Corn was how you would imagine corn. It's just corn. But this is really good.
Yeah.
The dessert,
Too sweet.
too sweet for our taste.
Too sweet.
Yeah, maybe for someone else.
It's brownie.
be-
It's brownie with melted chocolate on top of melted marshmallows on top of a graham cracker. That's too
And a
sweet.
bunch of sugar on it.
Yeah.
It might fit some taste buds, but it was just way too sweet for us. It's like drowned in chocolate and like
No, even
marshmallow.
if you like that, you're still gonna be smacking your teeth like.
Yeah, it was the dessert is super sweet. They have just one course, so this is the only course that you can order. But I think it's short and
All you
simple
can
and to the
eat,
point.
right?
No, it's not all you can eat.
Oh,
No.
I thought you said it was all you can eat.
No, but then there's one course and everything's included in that one course.
Oh,
So you get like appetizer, the salad, and the cornbread, and then this is on entree. And you get the dessert all included into the service. And after that was over, we went to watch the 4th of July fireworks, which was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really awesome. The coolest part about this fireworks show was that all around you in a 360, fireworks, it first happens in one area, right? Then the finale, you'll see in a minute. So I actually lost Joseph here, so I just kind of, went whatever and just started recording. fireworks are happening like, left and right.
I think this was the biggest fireworks that we saw
Yeah, yeah,
out of all our Disney time.
yeah, yeah. The biggest and the best fireworks display
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Is it better?
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Like the fireworks will happen all around you, which is really awesome. It was really cool. Like towards the end, the fireworks are just like everywhere. You guys may or may not hear the audio, but the song is like American like patriotic music. Home of the brave right now. Like everywhere 360 fireworks happening. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Like the coolest fireworks display like ever.
Yeah.
It happened on 4th of July too. And like the castle, Cinderella's castle, it lit up with like a special 4th of July lighting, which is really awesome too. So then this part we're at Hollywood Studios. So that was the end of Magic Kingdom, and we were just absolutely wiped by the end of that day. After we watched the fireworks, we actually don't have photos for this, but we rode one more thing. What was it? Thunder Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunder Mountain roller coaster. They have, like even in Orlando, even at nighttime, it's just really, really, really hot. And Thunder Mountain, the everything's indoors. The line is indoors, and like they have barely any air conditioning in there, so it's just like it's just like an oven in there. So we were just super hot, and like by the time we were like getting kind of like really kind of like pissed off at the ride. So it was just so hot, and we were thinking like it's just not worth it, right? When we got on the ride though, it was really worth it. It was super fast, like it was just crazy. So definitely recommend Thunder Mountain, maybe during the day, or maybe like afternoonish. I don't know. Actually, like just it's probably always hot. So I mean, if you can like handle that heat, then recommend.
I think we
Thunder Mountain.
were going to go to that one Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
right?
we were gonna go to Pirates of the Caribbean. We were just too tired. We were too tired to go. We had plenty of time to go. We were just too tired. And we had Pirates of the Caribbean back at home anyway, so we just thought, you know what, let's just skip it. So that was Magic Kingdom. And now we are in Hollywood Studios. This was the best day of our trip. The best time of our trip. The best park.
Yeah. It was just so well planned. Like, we were just like, the timing was like just so perfect.
Yeah. All the timing of everything was just perfect. We were super lucky. If you have the photo pass, they do like this little Tinkerbell thing. They have people that take your photos, and they have this special effect. It's really cool. All of us are like swag -1. We're swag -1 here. So we ate our lunch at the ABC Commissioner, which is the best place to eat because it was really well air conditioned in there. So it was the best place to eat, I think, in the Magic Kingdom, because of how hot it is in Florida. It kind of ruins the trip, like if you don't pick your place as well. Like I think even if even if I think over the quality of food, I think in this case, like picking indoor seating with air conditioning is much more higher priority than the quality of food.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're going in the summer, definitely make sure that your quick service and table service, anywhere you're eating, that you have to stay out in the sun for long periods of time, make it indoors. So yeah, so when you're planning your meals, make sure you pick places that are indoors. After we ate, the first place we went to was Beauty and the Beast. It's a musical that's outdoors, but they have like the shading things, so it was fine.
They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. They have this like robot teapot that was voiced, and
Was it a robot? I thought it was like a stuffing, and like someone was because I saw legs underneath it.
but yeah, I was looking for legs too, but then I saw wheels instead.
Oh really? I saw legs.
No, there were wheels.
Oh really?
Yeah. They had a so this is Mrs. Teacup, the little like baby teacup. That was in a costume.
Baby teacup.
Yeah, baby teacup. That was in a costume. And so was the clock. The Grandmaster clock person. That was a costume. it was sad because like the movement in that costume is so restricted. So like I was just moving around in that costume was just a feat in and of itself. I couldn't imagine though, like how hot this lady must
Yeah,
be.
I know, right?
Like it's like 100 degrees.
The person in the costume would be like even more
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. Person in the costume. I felt so bad for everybody that had to be in a costume, like Mickey Mouse costume, Goofy costume, any of those that had to be outdoors. I just feel bad for all of them because it was just so bad. After that, we went to Rock and Roller Coaster. This was almost not worth it because the ride kept like breaking down. So it was supposed to be like an hour wait, right? But then it was like a really long wait. I'll talk about this later because we're apparently in the tower first. So we'll talk about the Hollywood Tower. I think this is the best attraction of our day. Hollywood Tower is really, really fun. We actually didn't know what it was going in. I was thinking it was more like a Haunted Mansion type thing for Magic Kingdom. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a Haunted Mansion type thing, except I knew it was in an elevator, right? It wasn't an elevator, right? That was the whole premise behind it. Anyway, I thought it was just gonna be like static room in an elevator themed place, and like you just move around.
Yeah,
And then it was supposed to be like a freaky type thing, freaky ride. But then it was an actual like drop, which is really fun. This is the actual line into the tower. So this is the one on the right is the fast pass line, which is so annoying. Like we had to wait in line waiting for everything, and people were just zipping by. When you're like waiting in line, you don't notice anything around you because it's just so hot. Like your degree of sight is like 30 degrees. That's all you see. Like you see it directly in front of you and nothing else. Like you don't have time to like admire your surroundings. You just don't have the energy to admire your surroundings because it's just so hot. This is the inside of the tower. So like the inside was really well decorated. It was really well themed. So like it was fun just walking inside of that place. This is part of the photo pass, and this is really well done too.
The
Take a look
Hollywood
at this.
Tower Hotel was a star, a beacon for the show business elite. Until 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. Now that door has opened once
So that's us.
again. For you.
And this is the drop that was really unexpectedly happening. You're like holding onto your glasses.
Okay.
So that's cool. If you do the memory maker thing, all you have to do is tap your band at the end of the ride to the little photo booth places, and you just kind of tap it and you get the photo, and it sends it straight to the app. So that's cool. I think this is really funny.
I thought my glasses were gonna fall off. So.
And Dad looks acting so brave. He's actually really scared of roller coasters. So it looks like he's protecting Mom, but Mom's actually protecting him. So next we went to the rock and roller coaster, and we thought this was gonna be really fun, but just the line, it was just so long. We waited like 2 hours just waiting in line for this thing, because the ride kept having problems. So we waited in line for like 2 hours for this, and it spent most of our day. This is the inside of the building, but then the roller coaster is really fun. It goes super fast, and you look like you're about to you look like you're about to throw up here.
It was fun.
Mom and I are having so much fun. We thought it was gonna be just us three, but then we got a lady coming along with us. Me and the lady had a lot of fun. Next was Indiana Jones. So they have this like little intro stunt portion here, and the stunt actor goes through the scene, and like he avoids these are spikes, and like he was dodging these spikes as it like randomly popped out of the floor. So what's funny here is that boulder looks like an actual boulder, and they like run out to check on him as if he's like they're sincerely worried about him. But then like we knew that that's just a rubber ball.
Oh, is that what they were doing?
Yeah, they were running up to check on him. What's cool about this show is that this isn't the end of it. These walls actually clear out, and then they do like a whole spiel where they're actually filming an Indiana Jones movie, and like you're like a live audience for like a sitcom. So like you're sitting there and you're seeing like the cameras moving and like trying to record everything, and like they take you behind the scenes of everything that goes on, and they pick like 10 plus people to be extras in the movie. And yeah, so it was pretty cool. Definitely recommend checking those out. Checking out Indiana Jones if you can fit it in your schedule. This is outside.
Oh, it was right next to the guys who were doing.
The comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of like street shows in Disney World. I imagine in
It wasn't
local
really
too.
that funny.
Yeah, but then it was supposed to be like a competition. Like they talked to random people on the street, and there were like 4 or 5 people, right? And they talked to random people on the street, and like say, what do you like, right? I like bikes, right? So that they were supposed to make up on the spot jokes about that, and whoever got the best whoever told the best joke out of like the 4 or 5 people that were there won that round, and then whoever told the worst joke gets eliminated. So like in the end, whoever was the best stayed, and like it was like a competition type thing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun. This was the place I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This cost two table service passes, and at the time we didn't know it, right? But then each menu, we should have known it, because like each menu on the entrees is like what, like $50.
This was so expensive.
Per
This
entree.
was so fancy.
Like the fanciest, like tuxedo, like it was the fanciest restaurant I've ever eaten before. Definitely was worth it for the two.
The food was so good.
Yeah, the food was awesome. The service was awesome too.
That was my
Glenn.
lobster.
Yeah, that was a lobster.
First time ever having lobster, and it was the best experience.
This is a soup.
Corn soup, yeah.
That's mine. No, that's mom's. That's mom's. I forgot what that was. It's like a seafood type thing. That was dessert. That was mine. This one was mine. I had the I forgot what it was. I think I had lamb or something. But this was really good too. Each of these entrees is like $50+. So after we finished eating, they gave us, we actually didn't know, but this is one of the things, one of the reasons why we say that this was the best day, is because like we came across the really air-conditioned place. We found a seat right away, which was really lucky. At dinner time, we sat down to eat. We didn't plan this at all, but then apparently they give you these passes if you eat here, to go see Fantasmic, and they give you like priority seating. So we were like dead center in the middle, and we had like the best seats.
No, we were at the very back.
No, but then like relative to everybody
yeah,
else
yeah.
on the scene, like they had to see
Yeah.
that from the side. We were dead center.
Yeah. It was really fun.
Yeah. So then at the restaurant they gave us these dinner tickets for Fantasmic, and it was just, we got in. It was better than Fast Pass. We got like in front of Fast Pass. I actually haven't seen Fantasmic in a while. It's really cool how Mickey just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and like these.
This was like water, like mist. And
Yeah.
like,
They
did
spray a bunch of
projector
mist
on
in the
top
air, and then they use that mist as a surface for the projector. You can see the projectors in the back here.
You said that this was your favorite one, right? Favorite ending show?
Yeah, I think this is my favorite one. And like since you're like focusing on the mist, you don't even notice like the setup that's going in back.
Oh
So
yeah.
as soon as
yeah,
this mist
yeah.
come down, the scenery is changed completely. And it's really cool. You see, as soon as this. And then the animals pop up. Like, when did this change? Type of thing, you know? It's really awesome. And they were so colorful. Like, there's just color everywhere. The camera doesn't do it justice. Everything was super, like, bright neon, and it's just like right in your face. Like everything is super bright. And again, like as soon as these mists, you know, like there's a transitioning happening in the background whenever these mists come up and they show like a projector. And then again it changes. Like the whole scenery changes. And now it's Pocahontas.
I don't think we should show the entire video.
Yeah, I'm not. But I just want to show one more thing. The snake that showed up. Huge giant snake that showed up. And then there's another one at the end where like a big dragon, animatronic dragon, shows up. And it was really awesome. Definitely check it out. This thing. It's like a big robot dragon that comes up and starts moving around. And actually spits actual fire into the ground, and like the water catches fire. This is Animal Kingdom. First thing that we did when we got there, because we had fast pass tickets in the morning. Sorry, just a moment. We had fast pass tickets in the morning to the Navi River, which is the new Pandora thing that they had. They have a new Pandora place, Pandora area, and like everything is really well themed. And the first thing that we did was we got fast passes for the Navi River like months beforehand. So we got in right away. It was really cool inside.
Oh, I mean, I think they did a really good job because like I felt like after Disneyland, it made me feel like I wanted to watch the Avatar movie again.
All the animatrons, they look so real. I think robot animatronics just I think Disney animatronics improved so much. Like you can see the older stuff and then you see the newer attractions with better animatronics. It looks like an actual Avatar. You know, like the movements are so natural, and like the eyes and the mouth and everything, the skin, everything is just so natural and looks so real. These things at the top are like, I don't know if they're decent, but anyway, there's like these little like reptile things that have like the propellers, right?
Yeah.
And like you can see them like flying around in the air, like they're little lanterns and floating in the sky. And then there's like this big leaf, and you can see them like walking on the leaf, right? And then it might be shadows or something, I don't know, but then the leaf is moving around, and it feels like they're like walking right on top of your head. It was just really cool. Everything here was really cool. After this, we were hungry, so we went to first thing that we did, because I did some research, and apparently this is one of the best places to go, Yak and Yeti, and we were craving Asian food, so then Yak and Yeti, I think it was the best place for Asian food. But then again, it's just so hot in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So we went there and we got seating, right? But it was just so hot that we decided to, you know what, we're gonna find somewhere else with indoor seating. And then and this is it's right next to the actual Yak and Yeti restaurant, which is I think the highest recommended restaurant to go to in Animal Kingdom. So I mean, we didn't go there, but if you guys want, definitely check out Yak and Yeti. We went to somewhere else for a different reason, and I'll explain why in a minute. But we went to Restaurantosaurus, which had indoor seating, which was 100 times better. The food quality wasn't the best, right? But then it was 100 times better because of the air conditioning. So I'd say prioritize air conditioning over the food, at the very least for quick service. But most of the table service are always indoors. But this was actually indoors, which was awesome. The food wasn't the best, but it was still pretty decent.
Yeah, the steak and stuff like were pretty dry and stuff.
Yeah, but it was better because it was indoors. So next thing, we tried to do the Flights of Wonder, but they canceled on us.
Because the eagle.
Yeah, the eagle flew into the tree and wouldn't come down, so we had to miss that, which was unfortunate. We tried to come back later. Yeah, we heard it was really, really good. Like I think it might have been the best show in Animal Kingdom, but we missed it because like we went to do something else while we were waiting for the next show, but then like the times overlapped, we just never got around to coming back.
I think we had a chance to go to another one, but we chose like a different thing over the Flights of Wonder.
I think because maybe it was closer, or there was a less walking distance, and like it was less time.
But we had a chance to go there again. But.
So what day of the week do you suppose that was? Yeah, I always hear a bunch of answers there. Surprisingly enough, Tuesday here.
So that was an actual hawk that he brought out.
So that means your favorite day of the week
No, I think it was an owl.
Friday. That was
Owl, sorry, it was an owl.
Tuesday though.
So apparently this is a rescue owl, and when he came in, his head was turned 180 degrees upside down when he came in. So that's what he's talking about right now. Like he's saying that it's the head was turned all the way upside down when he came in. So she was a rescue, and she's living in Animal Kingdom now. Which is strange, because aren't owls nocturnal? Are they supposed to be like awake during the day? This guy was kind of cheesy. Like the jokes he told was just... He told a joke and it was just so silent. I just felt so bad for him. Oh, this is funny. So we went in and there was this lizard chilling. Like he was the star of the show. Animal Kingdom, I think, has the best street performances.
Yeah.
So there was this guy like playing this weird instrument. We just walked by. He started looking at me and I got kind of nervous and I turned the camera away. And then we stopped by at Starbucks coffee because we were really hot. Definitely, I think this thing. Get this. It might not feel like it might feel like a wasted money, but this is a fan that sprays water. Absolute necessity if you're going to Orlando in the summer. Some sort of fan and some sort of water spraying system is 100% required if you're going in the summer. Otherwise, you just won't survive over there, unless you're like super cold-blooded and you're used to the heat. Also, another tip: if you're on the dining plan, and you have like 2 snacks every day, do save one of them for a venti Starbucks, because those come with the snack pass. So you get a venti like big old like thing of coffee.
We should have used our snacks more, because like we had like leftover snacks.
Yeah, actually didn't know much about the snack system, so I thought it was like one a day, and like I didn't really know much about it. Next time we go though, I'm gonna do this better. But you get 2 snacks every day, and if you don't use it, they accumulate to the next day. So definitely use one of the snacks for like a big, like use your snacks wisely. Like don't get like a little like chocolate bar for the snack. Get like a venti Starbucks coffee. Maybe grab some water bottles or something like that. Yeah. Next thing was Finding Nemo. We went to Finding Nemo. That was pretty fun. They had people dressed in costumes, and they were holding the fish like puppets, right? But you think that it wasn't like this would be kind of strange, but the way they handled the puppet, like the fish actually looked alive, like as they were like moving them around.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, they did that really well. And like this turtle, there's actually guys like just moving this turtle around, and it looks so real. Like everything, like all of these guys like holding up this person holding up the dory.
It felt kind of a little weird because like they had different voice actors for the actual
Yeah,
characters.
yeah. But it was still good. I think it was still good. It looks like it looked like the fish was just resting on his shoulder, and this person had nothing to do with the fish. Like the puppet, the way they handled the puppets, it was just really realistic. They did that really well. Now you can see this person holding up the fish. it looks really bad, right? But then the fish look really realistic. So it's definitely worth going. And like they also, towards the end of the show, they have this big bubble thing that comes around everywhere, and like these people holding like these huge jellyfish like starts walking across the aisles and the seating, and like it's just really cool.
Very magical.
Also, this thing, this it makes you feel like really small. They have this huge, gigantic mask, and it feels like you're like tiny. And like the seagull it doesn't seem very big, but if you look at the size of this person, and like if you look at the beak of this, so it makes you feel like really small. It makes you feel like you're actually under sea. So they did that really well. Next thing was the safari thing. So
Oh yeah.
the point of going to Animal Kingdom was to see the animals. So definitely this is a must do in Animal Kingdom is to see the animals. This is an actual person that drives through, and like this. She gets it's kind of blurry, but then there's a driver up here, and like he or she drives you through the course. And in line, you actually see some animals too while you're waiting in line. There's like this really weird like mohawk, like rockster bird. Like, do you see the big old like thing on their head?
He said that if you went at night, then you can see lions and stuff like that.
But I still recommend going in the day, because more animals are more active during the day. And we actually even the time that we went here, it was still kind of like it was dawnish, so the animals were like getting ready to go to sleep and stuff. So
You in my truck. So that includes when we're stopped. That includes not holding your kids up like they're Simba. They're not Simba. You're not Rafiki. Please don't do it. So can I get a thumbs up that we're all gonna sit? Perfect. We're gonna have a great time. On the left, I see a black rhino. Black rhinos are critically endangered. There's less than 5,000 of them in the world. That is because they're poached for their.
so as you like drive through, you see a bunch of animals.
Poaching is the illegal hunting of animals, but rhino horns actually are not special. There's one there laying down in the shade. Rhino horns are made of hair.
There's a rhino up there.
Fingernails and hair. Animals.
Later on, we see some giraffes, big old giraffes. In my head, I imagine them a lot bigger, but
Yeah.
Giraffes may only spend about 30 minutes sleeping.
No, I think that was the
They
baby
spend
giraffe.
about 20
This is a baby?
hours eating.
Yeah, I think that was the baby giraffe. Or not.
Those wildebeest are herd animals. They're actually closer to him. Oh, well, I was going to. We're fine. Alright.
I think that was the highlight of
That makes sense.
the Animal
African
Kingdom.
elephants
One of the
like
highlights.
to eat red
yeah,
clay. It provides
yeah, this was really fun.
minerals
It was a fun
in
trip
their diets and
to go around and see all the animals.
So,
You saw
I saw I don't know what it was called. I think it was a buffalo or something like that.
Hmm.
I saw it peeing.
elephants
Oh,
are
there's like a little baby
farmers
elephant.
in Africa started making beehive fences to protect their
Little
crops.
baby
And it
elephant.
worked very well for them, and now they get to sell the honey too. So bee flamingos.
There's flamingos here.
So those are the greater flamingo on the left. They're the light elephants on the left. So okay. There it is. All right. Bee flamingos.
Kind of wanted to see the lions.
Yeah, but didn't see no lions. Oh, zebra.
Those zebras are black with white stripes. We know
So she
that
said that
because
they're
their
black
hooves
with
and
white
hooves are
stripes
black.
because their
White?
hooves. They're black with white
On
stripes
the right,
because their hooves are
white
black.
rhino. 2 of them I can see from here. 3 actually. They get their name from the Afrikaans word vite. That means wide, not white, bit of a misnomer actually. Is that they are pounds. The water buck are simply named. They like to drink a lot of water. Storks.
Unicorn.
Storks are carnivorous, so they like insects, reptiles, frogs, fish.
Whenever
They
whenever a
normally
unicorn
like to
is
follow
mentioned,
crocodiles and
all I can
hippos
think
into
about is
water, so it gets
the
stirred up, see if they can get a bit of a
babe,
snack.
the baby girl from
This is the lovely
Despicable
one.
Me.
So Tusker House is where we went for a table service pass. The reason we went here was because they give you like priority seating for the Rivers of Light, which is like the finale of of Animal Kingdom. So we went here just for the passes, but it was still really fun because here they have a character experience. So like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy, Donald's girlfriend, and Goofy. I think those four. And they like walk around taking pictures for everybody. So it's a buffet experience. So like they have a bunch of food laid out everywhere, and then you just go and pick what you want. All you can eat. It's not the best food, but it was still really good, I think. So there's us taking a picture. He was kind of awkward. Like he was like, he wasn't as enthusiastic as I imagined the character to be. We were grown adults. Still. Dad was so excited to because he never took a picture with the animal, with the what was it, the with the character, costume character before. So he was super excited to you can see how happy how happy he is. Daisy, I think she was the best like
She was
in
the
character.
nicest.
Yeah. She was the most in character.
When we went there, it was really noisy.
Yeah, it was pretty noisy. Oh, Goofy was pretty in character too.
Yeah.
Like what Goofy when he took our photo, right before this, you see his like ears up, right? But like his ears were down, covering our faces. Like he covered our faces for a while. I think he wanted us to take a picture with the ears down, but Mom didn't take the picture because she didn't understand what he was doing. So after Tusker House, this is really fun because like I mean, if you want to take a picture of with the characters, which is really fun. One other thing is this is kind of funny. We were taking this is supposed to be a just a picture of me and Joseph, right? But then Dad was on the other side. There's like a wall that goes all the way back. So Dad was on the other side of this wall, and he saw us taking a picture with Goofy. So he like dropped what he was like holding. He had like a plate of food, right? He dropped it and he ran all the way across. And then he ran all the way across and he joined at the last minute, right? But the Mom cut him off because, hey, you're not part of this photo.
That's so sad.
Dad was so excited about the characters. And it was so cute to see him so excited with the characters. Like he was the most excited out of all of us to take pictures with the characters. You can see how happy he is. So last thing we did before Rivers of Light was Lion King. So it's like a really scaled down version of the the Broadway show. But they have this indoor thing with like seating on all four ends, like a box, like a square box, and on each wall there's bleachers, right? And then in the center, that's where the show happens. So it's like a box, and then the show happens in the center. And what's really cool is that everything's like you see it right up in your face. Like it's not a show, like there's a stage like far in the distance, like it's right in front of you, and like they're dancing right up your nose, right up in front of your nose, not up your nose. And each section, so there's 4 walls because it's a box, right? Like each one is assigned an animal, right? And they're supposed to like, and they interact with the crowd to see who's the most interactive. So like we were like the least cool of them. We were the giraffes. Like there was a lion, there was an elephant, there was a warthog, and we were the giraffes, which sucks. And this is really cool. This is what I'm talking about. Like there's bleachers on each wall, and the show is like in the center, like right in front of your face. And this is one part, and like these really tall guys. That's the first time I saw like a really tall like guys in stilts. It was really like freaky to see these tall people walking around. There's the warthog in the back. There's like these security guys for randomly for some reason.
The monkeys freak me out the most.
Yeah. These tall guys freak me out the most. Can't believe we were giraffes. What a boring animal. This is Timon. This is really cool because Timon, like when I imagine like people in costume, like it kind of detaches you from like the cartoons and reality. Like you kind of more like realistic about it. Hey, that's not real, that's fake, you know. But then like this costume, the guy in costume, he matched the dialogue so well, and like his actions matched so well that it looks like a cartoon character actually popped out of it, and like he's actually like standing in front of you. You can tell this is an older animatron because like it looks so fake. Oh, this part.
Yeah,
So there's this guy that like that's holding the flames and like twirling around. Like he licks it and his tongue catches on fire.
I really wanted him to breathe fire.
This is really cool show. There's another part where like he's holding it on his feet, like the two parts that are on fire, he holds it on his feet. Right, I think no. Right here. He's holding it on his feet and he's like, it's not hot? The thing that freaked me out the most is like right this part. He licks the fire and like his tongue's on fire for a second. Definitely the highlight of the show, I think. For me.
I really wanted him to breathe fire then. That would have been really cool.
And towards the end, of course, they sing Hakuna Matata, and like audience interaction, audience like participation, which is cool. They only pick kids though. Like, I wanted to be picked and walked around in a circle, but they only picked the kids. This lady, like, really good singer. Finally, Rivers of Light for Animal Kingdom. I think this is really cool too.
This one was the most. I feel like this one was the most artistic of the.
The thing is, I couldn't enjoy it that well because I was recording it for Mom. Cause like Mom likes to record everything. So like she's sitting there like holding the camera and she's looking through the camera into the show. But then you don't get the full experience if you're not looking directly into the show and like you're not worrying about recording it. So I took the camera from her and like, you know what, I'll record it, don't worry about it. And I was recording it the whole time. I couldn't enjoy it as much. But it was still really cool. I thought it was really cool. It's like this really serene, calm experience. At 100 degrees Fahrenheit. At night. Even at night it's like really hot. Like when you're looking at this, you expect like a really cool breeze to like, you know, flow in. But it's like 100 degrees.
Cool.
Yeah. I like how well they draw the pictures in they show like the animations in the water. So I'm not gonna ruin too much for anyone that wants to see the show. But like, it's really colorful. Like you see it in the camera and like, it feels not as colorful. But it's really colorful. You saw my advanced word usage there, but it's really, really bright, and the camera just doesn't do it. Just doesn't do it justice. Yeah, so really cool. Highly recommend checking it out. This is the reason why we went to Tusker House, to get the dining pass for this. So we got like up front seating. We were like right up in front of it, dead center again. We got the best seats in the house. Lastly, Epcot. So again, the photo pass, they give you like the little Tinkerbell.
We actually split up here.
Right. So you and Dad were really tired out from the previous day. So Mom and I went ahead, and because we had fast pass tickets in the morning, so I didn't want to waste that. So Mom and I went first to claim that fast pass ticket.
What ride was it again?
It was Test Track, the roller
yeah,
coaster
yeah.
one. It kind of sucks that you missed it. It was really cool. I'll talk about it in a bit. The big dome, symbolizing something.
Golf ball.
So Test Track was the first place that we went. It was just Mom and me here, because the other two guys were too tired. It was really, really fun. So what this is before you go into this, they have this car designing station, right? So you go in and you design your own car, and then your car design sticks with
really?
you. Yeah.
You design your like car?
Yeah. You don't design this car, but then you design your own virtual car, and based on how you design the car, the performance of your car varies. If you give it big wheels, then your experience on the ride changes based on how you design your car.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then if you did a really good design, then there's like a ranking system. So like the best car will show up on the screen, and like you can design your car really cool.
Did you have to do it like all these other people?
Yeah. You'll see our car design in a minute, but our car design was like super jinky. Like we you'll see it in a bit. Oh, after the ride, actually before I want to show you. Like I'm like chilling, and like this was going so fast. Like we could barely see out of our eyes. It was really fast. This lady is like, so this is the car that I wanted in the feature, the Corvette. Really cool car, and that's my feature car. This is the car that we designed. It's like super simple, like super like toy Hot Wheels car, but then like
What did you doing?
I was trying to design like this cool car, right? I was working on the shape, right? But then I spent so long on the shape, I didn't know there was a timer. So as soon as I was done with the shape, I noticed that the timer read 5 seconds left. So then we had to rush through everything else. Like we chose tires, and then Oma was like, wait, do this. Wait, no, I want to do this, right? And then like we accidentally slit the slider, and then we meant to do like more smaller wheels that made sense, but then it turned out to be monster truck tires and like a race car. It was really funny at the time. And they have a bunch of like display cars that you can take pictures with if you want. Yeah, they have this like whole auto show type thing after you get out of the ride, you get your pictures, and then there's a showcase of all the cars.
All Ford cars.
Chevy.
Oh yeah.
All Chevy cars. So there's the Camaro. I have a better car since I have the Genesis Coupe. Aesthetically, in my opinion. So yeah. So Joseph was messing around with a towel, and like he somehow formed the shape. He thought it'd be funny to place it on his head, so he put it on his head and we took a picture. And, like 2 dumplings on the side of his head. So this is the lunch place that we went to. So after a test track, we had lunch. These two already had lunch at the hotel, so it was just me and mom that were eating. And this is when we realized that that back when we did the really expensive table service, it actually took up two of our dining passes, right? So we only had 2 left because that first day, only Joseph and me ate at that restaurant, and mom and dad were relaxing at home. They didn't eat. They used quick service. So.
Well, I mean, we didn't suffer here. We suffered at dinner.
Yeah, we didn't suffer here. We suffered at dinner, but this is when we realized that we were gonna suffer at dinner. So we went over, and this took a lot of time. So we took out most of our day up, but we went over to customer service and we asked about it, like what we could do about it. They pretty much said you're screwed. So with our two remaining passes, we just ate table service. Just had 2. We were at this really fancy Italian pasta restaurant, right? And then like the 4 of us were sharing like one plate. Like 4 of us were sharing 2 plates, and we were like really sad, homeless people. Like just barely like eating. It felt really bad, but it was really good too.
And like the couple next to us was ordering like expensive wine and like.
Yeah. And we were like scraping off the last bits of the sauce off the plate. There's a sword in the back. We wrote this as well. Not the best one, I don't think.
It's okay.
It was fine. Frozen, I think, was the highlight of our day. So this is I'm pretty sure, since Frozen is relatively new, it's a fairly new ride. And what's cool about this is all of the animatrons, like all of the robots, they're really, really well done. It looks like real people are standing there. The movements, everything, none of it's awkward. The facial expressions, this is actually a display, a curved display. I assume it's a curved display. So like the eyes, all of it matches the contour of the face. So like it looks like they're actually like standing there. And if you reach down and touch them, you'd feel like human skin. Like it felt really real. Except for the snowman. Even the snowman was pretty well done too, I think. So this is a line that we were waiting in. In the back here, this is a sauna, right? So then the German guy,
the Swedish guy.
Swedish guy, the really big fat Swedish guy.
Yeah, the merchant.
Yeah. So this was a foggy window, right? So he'd like kind of wipe the window and say something. Or like he like draw like a star. He like draw like a star in it, and like he'd make funny faces while we were waiting. It was kind of fun. Elsa, this was really cool. So like when you go in, like there's this big epic part where Elsa's standing in the center, and like she's like singing the iconic "Let It Go" song, right? And she looks so real. Like she looks like a human, actual person from the movie. Like it was really well done. At this point, you're going straight, and then as soon as you kind of stop for a second, you start going backwards again on the other side.
It was scary because like we didn't know like what was gonna.
Yeah. So this is them going backwards. You'll see them going back. This is not us, but the boat is actually riding backwards. So we thought we were gonna like do the big drop backwards, but then after this Yeti part, it kind of switches back again and you go forwards. And this is us dropping down into the water. What's funny about this is, look at Dad's face. So like, when I asked him about this, he said like it was because he was protecting me. You know, he was looking ahead, ahead to see what dangers might come and like hurt me. He's holding on for dear life. It was really funny. I was so worried that I was gonna get wet, so like I was trying to stay as far away from the edge as possible.
Still got wet.
I still got wet, but not as much as I thought we'd get wet.
Yeah.
I thought because like some people were walking out of there like soaked from head to toe.
I don't understand how you get that wet.
I don't know, and we were sitting right up in front.
I think they fell off or something.
Yeah, but then we barely even got wet at all. Like my pants got wet because the water that was already there, but then like we barely even got wet at all, which is fine because we didn't really want to get wet anyway. So, and this is when Mom was really bummed out because she lost the magic band. Like you see, us two are wearing the magic bands, but she lost hers, and she was like super bummed because like she wanted to keep that as a souvenir. But yeah. Really unfortunate. I think she might have lost it on the ride or like waiting in line. And we spent like 30 minutes just looking for the thing, but we didn't end up finding it, so that was sad. But we took a picture in front of the big gnome thing, so that was good. So we went into Soarin', right? And basically what it is like you're in like this kite type thing. And like you're sailing around the world, and it's kind of fun. I like the Avatar thing, and I'll talk about this later on. But then the Avatar one is so much better. Did we talk about the Avatar one? I don't think we talked about the Avatar one. Let's go back to Animal Kingdom. We forgot to talk about that. I'm gonna skip Epcot just for a second. I'm gonna go back to Animal Kingdom. And we're going to talk about this ride right here. So this is right outside in Pandora, and there's this really cool like waterfall. There's a lot of places to take pictures, really great pictures. I'm having hiccups. There's a lot of really great places in Pandora to take pictures, so take as many pictures as you can over there. It's really cool. I'll talk about this a bit. But as you're waiting in line, since this is a relatively new ride, even the stuff that you see waiting in line, we were too like tired to appreciate it to the fullest extent. But as you're waiting in line, all the stuff. It's just really cool. I can't explain it and do it justice, but there's like these fluffy balls that are like moving around in there. Like there's a lot of like experimental. There's supposed to be experimental test subject type stuff. All of it's just really cool, and one of the coolest one is this life size like avatar just floating around in the big water tube. And this isn't like a display or anything like that. This is an actual model floating in there, and it doesn't look like it's fake. It doesn't look like a doll at all. It looks like an actual thing because the movements of the fingers and everything is just really natural. So that was really cool. I had a video of this, but the coolest part of this ride is that, well, this is one of the coolest. I think just standing in line in and of itself is just really cool. But as soon as you enter this ride, there's this part where there's numbers on the floor, right? And you're assigned a number before you go in, but when you stand on that number, these things start to light up, right? And apparently, what this is supposed to be doing, and as soon as you finish, all the lanes are filled that are supposed to be filled. The whole sequence begins, but then this is supposed to be like reading like you're scanning your body and like making the best avatar fit for you, right? So you see like this heat vision type thing of yourself, and like it scans you and everything. It's just really cool. You can see yourself in this little display as like these digital figures. You can like move around and mess with people and stuff. So these are the pods inside a. These pickups are so annoying. I've been having them all day. I hate these hiccups. So these are the pods inside of the flight of passage. What is it called? Anyway, I think they're called flight of passage or something like that. That's what the ride is. But you get into these little pods. At first, I thought these pods were gonna actually like, move on tracks and like start going on a track or something, right? But then this whole thing comes up and it becomes a 4D display, and it looks like you're actually in it, because anywhere you look, you'll see it feels like you're in the world. Super immersive. And like if you're falling down, like the amount of wind force that hits you matches the visual. So if you're like falling straight down, like you'll feel like the pressure of the wind like hitting your face, and like if you're like soaring over water, you'll feel like the mist of the water, like, and it's just really cool. You have to experience it yourself to know what I'm talking about. But
The line is super long though.
yeah, the line is really long for this thing. So definitely recommend getting a fast pass for this. If you're gonna go this is definitely priority fast pass for you. And maybe get the diner pass at Tusker House for the Rivers of Light. So back into Epcot. We were talking about Soarin', and this is nothing compared to the Avatar one. And this is a really old attraction compared to that one. So like if you're floating on top of water, you don't feel the water hit your face or anything. It just, you feel a bit of wind, I think, but that's pretty much it. But it's still pretty cool. I mean, for first experiences, but after experiencing the Avatar thing, this just doesn't feel comparable to that. Definitely Avatar is much better. So after this, we did a bit of traveling, because that's pretty much all the attractions there is at Epcot. That's it. There's nothing else. But the point of going to Epcot is it's supposed to be the whole world in a little circle, so you can see the whole world in one day. That's the point.
Tourist spot mostly.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're more of a tourist and you like visiting new countries and like trying stuff out, trying the food, going to like the little stores and finding like trinkets and stuff from trinkets and drinks and like snacks and food and stuff from different countries, then you're definitely going to enjoy Epcot. We didn't, because we don't really like traveling that much, and we like the action better, like the Animal Kingdom ride and all of that stuff. We're more into the rides and stuff and attractions. But if you definitely like traveling, this is the place for you. So there's one of the things is they have
the Chinese acrobats.
Yeah. So one of the places is China, and they have these like Chinese acrobats in here, and they're really good. I mean, they're the only ones that I've seen ever. So to me, they were really cool.
We didn't watch the full part of it.
Yeah, because it was just
we only watched like half of it.
yeah, because it was just so hot and we had so much to do, and not enough time. We had to see the whole world in one day, you know. So we didn't have time to spend too much time. It was just so hot there. It was really hot. Again, I can't emphasize this enough, but you need one of these when you're going to
We bought like 4 other like small ones.
yeah. We got like the little tiny ones. There's like a little tiny fan that only blows air, and like the whole time we were just like this, walking around like this. Yeah, so this is cool. They have like acrobats in the in the streets, the visual. This is Japan. The visuals, like the scenery, it all looks like you're actually at Japan, and here it looks like it feels like you're in China.
Japan was definitely the most crowded.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
This place was crowded for a time because of the acrobats,
Yeah.
but Japan generally was most crowded.
You
People like
spend
Japan.
20 to 30 minutes waiting there just for you to find a restroom.
Yeah. We had so many snack passes here.
Yeah.
Like we had so much snacks. Like we didn't know to use them all in the previous days, so we had like
This is the time where we realized butter snack dilemma.
yeah, we had like 30 plus snacks like in our reservoir, and we had to use them all. And this would have been perfect to use them all if we weren't so like pushed for time because of like, the whole dinner reservation, dinner like dilemma type thing. So I mean, if we had more time, we were more casual, and we could handle the walk and like we liked traveling and stuff like that, then we would have used all those snack passes trying out the foods in different places. So if you want to do that, I'd recommend saving some of those snack passes for Epcot, so you can try out the different stuff in Epcot. I hate my hiccups so much. This is Little Germany, I think. I think this is Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we saw there's like this little temple thing with like a tiny little mini museum inside. So we went in to check it out, and there's like this Day of the Dead type like store. There's like decorative skeletons and like it was really cool. And like they have in the back, they have this like moody like temple thing, and like it's really cool. It has a Pirates of the Caribbean type vibe with like dining right outside of it, and like you dining right under like this ride.
It was Spanish themed, right?
Yeah, it was a Spanish type thing. And there's this Grand Fiesta tour.
That wasn't very fun.
Yeah. The wait time is at 5 minutes. We were like the only ones there. So there was absolutely no wait time. We just went straight to the front, and there was nobody in line. There was nobody in there was nobody in any of the boats, and like the people were there just twiddling their thumbs waiting for somebody. So it's not the best attraction there. I wouldn't go to Epcot expecting to go to like ride a lot of stuff, to do a lot of like rides and roller coasters and stuff like that. Epcot is more for tourists that like experiencing new foods, like going to like pretty much experiencing the whole world in one day is the concept of Epcot. So go there expecting to walk a lot, and like visiting stores and gift shops and stuff like that, and picking one of the restaurants in your favorite world, in your favorite country. Grand Fiesta tour. This is the inside of the ride. There's Donald Duck like running around in here for some reason. Here. That was weird. It was like I was trying to laugh, but like the hiccup stopped me. This was Norse. So we were trying to. This is where Frozen is located. The ride Frozen is located. So I think the only place worth the fast pass is Frozen. So
You think so?
yeah, there's no rides there at Epcot. So if you want to do a fast pass for something, maybe just do the Frozen. I'd imagine that the fast pass would sell it really quick. So I mean, I'd say go for that as soon as you can. Ours was for the test track, but I'd say Frozen was probably better. It was more worth your fast pass. We went to eat.
Italy.
Yeah, we went to eat at the Tutto Italia. this is where we wanted to, because Oma was craving pasta, so we ate here. But then what's sad is that we only had two table services left, so only 2 people got to eat. So then we ordered 2 entrees, and then we shared it. All 4 of us shared it, and we looked like really sad, like eating, like scraping like every last bit of the food off the plate. We ordered water.
No, we ordered 2 waters and then a soda and apple juice.
All right. And what's really cool is like all of the people. I don't know if they exclusively hire only Italian people, but then all of them have a really, really thick Italian accent.
No. Our waiter was like British. You try to sound Italian. You can hear his like true accent.
Oh yeah. I don't know if they were all told to speak in an Italian accent.
Most likely, because that guy, our waiter, was definitely British.
Yeah, and this guy was like super mafia.
Yeah.
We came in, like there are these people like waiting here and greeting us. Like if everybody speaks with like really thick, overdone Italian accent, so it's pretty cool. Inside interior is really cool too, well decorated. I think all the places at Disney World is well decorated. We forgot to take pictures of it, so there's your empty plates for you. This is the risotto that we ate.
All I can think of the risotto is Gordon Ramsay.
This is really good. I never had
Yeah,
risotto
was
before. This is
Yeah.
really good. This was something else.
The green pasta was pretty good too.
Yeah, this is really good too. Everything was and before you eat, they gave you like these olives, right? That's the first time I've ever eaten olives.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I thought it was weird.
Really? I thought it was pretty good.
Like you see a lot of high class people like eating the olives, but I don't get it.
I guess it means that you're not high class.
Whatever. So then outside, so after we ate this, outside there's a statue of maybe Poseidon.
I think it's Poseidon, yeah.
I'm assuming Poseidon because of the trident. But it was pretty cool, so we took a picture in front of it.
You mean it sounds so casual.
So there's those fans. Just holding 2 of them. So that's the mini fan that we're holding. Each person had their own fan, and like we were walking around like with a microphone and holding it to our faces the whole time we were walking. You always take the weirdest photos. What is with your face? Why the face? This is right outside Italy. Appa wanted to Appa became like a total diva here. Like the whole Orlando trip, all he wanted to do was take selfie photos. This is another idea for Appa. Like he wanted to take another selfie. So like every like 10 steps, we stopped to take a selfie in front of something. This is Japan, and then we stopped at Club Cool sometime in the day. So what this is you sample sodas from around the world, but it's not really around the world because like there's only like one type of drink for like a limited number of countries. But yeah,
It wasn't that good. Most of them were horrible.
yeah, most of them is horrible, but like it's fun to taste them. I don't know if people actually drink those sodas in those countries.
No, probably most likely not.
Yeah, I doubt it, but it was still cool to taste like sodas that you never tasted. Like there was a weird Fanta flavor somewhere.
I think that was Japan. That one was with the pineapple.
What's deceiving is that they have a bunch of these little kiosk type things with like the big ring, right? They have a bunch of those and like a whole bunch of soda machines, right? So like we went in thinking, oh my gosh, there's so many different soda flavors and so many different countries, right? But like all of these machines have the exact same 5, like 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 drinks, and like they're all the same every time on all machines. So there's only 8 flavors. So you go in and try 8 flavors and you're done. But it's still fun, I think. to try the different flavors of the world.
And that was the France thing.
Yeah, and then we went into before we went in to see the finale. We saw like a little short video, short like
Tour of France.
tour of France type documentary thing, right? And then there's this big screen that spans to 180 degrees around you. It's kind of boring in my opinion, but
Really? I thought that was kind of fun.
maybe because I was worried about the seating. I thought there was
Yeah,
seating.
I felt kind of rude, like leaving in the middle of the.
so like we were like sneaking. We were trying to like sneak outside, right? But we didn't know where the exit was, right? So we
No, you didn't know where the exit was.
right. So then I was trying to go, and then like there was doors like blocking everything, right? So I didn't know if they were locked or what. So then there was this French lady again. Each person in each country speaks with a really thick accent from that country. So like there was this lady that speak with a really French accent, really thick French accent, and like we were asking them, oh, how do we get out of here? Like, oh, Joseph needs to use it. And I blamed it on you, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I said my friend needs to use the restroom, so then we have to leave, right? So then, but I think she knew that we just wanted to go. So like she was kind of giving me like this look, like she was disappointed, like you don't appreciate my country type thing. And then we left, kind of tails between our legs.
She really said that with one look?
Huh?
She really said that much with one look?
She said a lot with one look. She was telling a whole life story in one look right there. I felt so bad leaving.
Yeah.
For like 1 hour, like for the rest of the day, that's all I could think about. Like how much I betrayed like the country of France by leaving that moment.
No, not that far. It was really interesting though.
Yeah. Yeah, so we finished watching the history of France type thing, like a tour of France, right? And it's pretty cool. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, your hiccups went away.
Huh?
Your hiccups went away.
It did go away. Okay, so then as we were exiting to try to find seating, because I thought there was actually seating for this, so we were trying to like sit down like 30 minutes before it actually started. But then as soon as we got down, we were greeted by like huge storm of clouds and like lightning in broad daylight. So we were really worried that the thing was going to be cancelled. We'll see this lightning in a bit here. There it is. These like really bright, clear, like streaks of light, jagged streaks of lightning coming down. So we're really worried.
I was really honestly worried that I might get shocked.
Yeah, anyway. Oops. So because of that, we were really worried that the thing was going to be cancelled. But we were ready to give up and go home, right? Because we thought, you know what, if the weather looks this bad, it's probably going to be cancelled. But apparently, simple Google search, we found out that it rarely ever gets cancelled. Even if it's pouring hard, it still won't get cancelled. So if you get caught on a really unlucky bad day and like it's raining super hard,
Delayed, like, pretty bad.
yeah, it got delayed like an hour.
No, well, more than an hour.
I
It
think
was like 2 at best.
it wasn't more than an hour. It was about an hour, maybe an hour and a half max. But it was delayed about an hour. Yeah, so the park was after hours. Just trying to show this thing. So, but I think it was kind of worth it
Yeah.
to stay and to watch it at the end.
Mom pretty liked it. Mom mom seemed to like it a lot.
Yeah, Mom liked it a lot. It's supposed to be one of the best fireworks shows. All the
No, well, the best fireworks show was the 4th of July.
yeah,
show.
that was definitely the best fireworks in our opinion. But probably the best fireworks show for Mom and Dad because they didn't see the 4th of July ones because they went home early. What's cool about this though is at a certain point, all of the buildings for each place, they start lighting up and matching the music, and they start dancing to the music.
I think this show was really magical. Talked about like union and stuff like that.
So like the whole concept, like you see these the buildings dancing. Japan, China, they're all dancing to the song and the fireworks, which is really cool. It was all like super colorful. It's a lot more colorful than you're seeing here, but it was actually a lot more colorful and really cool. The camera is not doing any of this justice. You're gonna have to go see it for yourself if you wanna. The highlight, the globes comes out and like it's really dramatic. And the finale of all the fireworks. And that was it. That was the end of our day, and we were heading home. We wanted to take the big golf ball. Looks the best at night.
The big golf ball.
So like it lights up really cool. So we decided to take a picture in front of it. This is the best shot that we have in front of the golf ball. This is actually kind of far away. It's just so huge that it looks like right behind us. So this is actually the next day. Right before we had to leave and our bus departed for the park, before our bus departed for the airport, we had a couple hours to kill. And we had these passes that came to our hotel resort. And we decided to to check out this mini golf place. And if you remember from the previous day, it was raining. The weather was pretty bad. So we were waiting quite a while, not that long, but we were waiting a bit for the thing to start.
No. When we went there, we got on the first
Yeah.
mini golf course.
Yeah, and I hit. Dad hit, Mom hit, then I hit. Then Joseph was getting his thing out, and he.
And the manager just like stepped right in front of my golf ball and said, "You have to go."
Yeah, because of the bad weather conditions, he kind of stopped Joseph from putting the thing, so he didn't get to go. It was so sad because we thought it might be canceled and Joseph wouldn't get to putt. All of us at least got to putt at least once, right? And we all had scores but Joseph, and we were really worried that Joseph wouldn't get to hit the ball at all. So it was so sad for like an hour waiting for the thing to reopen again. But luckily it did reopen. We got to go through the whole course. It's really strange, the weather over there. Like even if it was like cloudy weather, it was it was raining. Even when it was raining, it was like really, really hot. It was always hot constantly over there.
California weather is the best weather.
It's still pretty hot over here.
Better than this.
Yeah.
You don't get like lightning storms in the middle of summer.
Yeah, and it's still hot in the lightning storms.
And humid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sticky.
So
Like I hated that, like in the beginning you were doing so horrible. Like at the very end, you like entire game.
I did that on purpose to kind of trick you.
Really?
No. So I won. I won this. I started off like last place, and then I gradually started getting better and better, and then I came out first place. Like, Dad caught himself like going ahead of Mom, so he started like sabotaging himself to try to let Mom win. In the end, he still ended up winning, but then I changed the score so that they tie. So Mom still thinks that her and Dad tied, but Dad actually still won. So this was really fun. It was a good way to end our day, I think.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it might be cool because it's like wintry. This is like plastic. All of it's plastic and it's like 100 degrees. And with cloudy weather. This is on right in the way back. I don't know. It's not as bad as you though. You had like your glasses on and you had like an Eskimo thing. This is our flight back. Back to LA.
When I was taking this picture, I thought about the gym thing. Remember?
The gym?
That one episode, according to gym episode. Remember they?
Oh
they were
yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I.
And this is our last goodbye.
There's absolutely no filter in this. Like, this is the actual video.
Last
Very-
sight over the Orlando skyline
Yeah, very pretty.
before we left. So now I think I was sleeping.
Oh yeah, you might have. No, yeah, you might have.
Bye bye. Like the
And-
Dumbo like trunk at the end. And that's it. That's the end of our trip. That was a long video.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to cut that down as much as possible. Hopefully you guys liked it. So that was our trip. We had a lot of fun going there. We had some like setbacks here and there, but overall it was a really fun, really good trip. We were super tired by the end of it, so we were kind of relieved to get back home. But the whole trip, it was just so fun. It was just so hectic.
Very magical.
Very magical. Yes, very magical.
It made me wanted to watch. It made me want to watch every single Disney movie.
Yeah, so definitely recommend going in the winter if you can. It's just too hot in the summer. If you do go in the summer, go in the summer. Get one of these pointed at your face the whole time you're walking over. And definitely get one in with the spray water thing. Helps a lot. Get a fan when you're going over. If you're going in the summer, always indoor seating, and I highly recommend the dinner plan, because if you take the dinner plan, you don't have to worry about paying, because like when you take out your wallet and you're paying, it just feels kind of like stabby, you know, because like, you're taking a huge chunk out of your wallet, you know. But once that's done, once you have the dinner plan, like you're done with paying for food like beforehand, so like you're not worried about like money at all. You're just kind of enjoying everything. So definitely go with the dinner plan. It just makes it more lighter, because you don't have to worry about paying for stuff. Everything's already prepaid, so it just takes one thing off your mind. So yeah. Any thoughts?
No. I think it was fun.
Okay. Alright, thanks for watching our video. We may have more Go videos in the future if we start traveling. This won't be a constant thing. This will be very, very, very infrequent, this series. If it comes up ever again, it'll be in a while that we ever do another one of these. We're going to stick to gaming videos. So be on the lookout for these if you do release another one. Hopefully you guys liked it a lot. We enjoyed making it. We enjoyed going through all of these photos and reliving the experience again. So yeah. All right. See you.
I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.